This is Cosmo.
Cosmo is a rambunctious little kid.
A little bit mischievous.
He's smart.
A lot of robot in a very small package.
All the technology inside of Cosmo is really there for one reason, to bring the magic of robotic character to life.
Audio Jungle.
He's a mobile manipulator. He can drive around the world. He can see you. He can recognize you.
He looked up at me and his eyes went, whoa. And I was like, wow, he just recognized me.
It gives you goosebumps because you realize that this is a little character who actually understands who you are and what role you play in his world.
Figuring out the path to a unique personality it's an ongoing question.
I think we did about 40, 50 studies on just little nuances, looking at the interface with the monitor where the eyes are going to look at you. Cosmo moves the head and follows you. Every little detail had its special attention paid to it.
We literally have a rigged up version of Cosmo in Maya where our animators can animate him using the exact same techniques that they would use for a digital character. Except the output isn't rendered. The output is actually Cosmo behaving in the real world.
We've been looking for ways to make it either feel more organic, more imperfect, so that it feels more animated.
One of the things that makes Cosmo so surprising and so lovable is that he defies your expectations.
We're creating something that really does feel like it's part of the family.
Those are the moments we usually don't share with machines or robots until now.
Cosmo is a pioneer for the ability to create characters and tell stories in the real world. With this technology, we can make additional characters with new capabilities, new personalities at a level that we've never seen before.
Chip is my robot dog. When I wear my smart band, Chip and I are connected. Hey Chip, come here. He learns what I like, so that no Chip is like my Chip. Good boy. Chip likes to explore, but loves to play even more. Go fetch, Chip. Playing all day takes a lot of energy, but Chip recharges himself. And the first thing he does when he wakes up is find me, of course. There's no Chip like my Chip.
Expand your world with M-Bot Ranger, the transformable 3-in-1 robot kit you can build your way. Conquer undiscovered territories with Land Raider. Use the digital controls to avoid obstacles. Go, Land Raider! Turbocharge through any terrain. No turf is tough enough to stand up to Land Raider. The transformable M-Bot Ranger 3-in-1 robot kit is constructed from interstellar materials so powerful it's out of this world. Build your M-Bot Ranger in a flash. With a construction time around 20 minutes, you'll be out exploring in no time. Awesome! Transform your Land Raider easily, turning it into the fastest bot around, Dashing Raptor. Watch Dashing Raptor as it chases anything at the speed of light. Dashing Raptor will obey commands. A trusty companion for any adventure. Quickly transform once more to complete the mission with Nervous Bird. Nervous Bird never takes a fall, fiercely balancing itself and standing up to the strongest foes. Excellent! The highly advanced but simple to use M-Block programming app engineers your M-Bot Ranger kit for the most intelligent, high-speed superbot in the universe! With a powerful mainboard that provides 5 onboard sensors and 10 extension ports, M-Bot Ranger is a perfect tool for teachers. Kick up classroom energy and teach entry-level programming at the same time. Unlock the key to a world of undiscovered territory and feel the power at your fingertips with the transformable M-Bot Ranger 3-in-1 robot kit. With unimaginable capabilities, M-Bot Ranger is the perfect companion for at-home play or venturing out anywhere that new dread lies.
As a parent, how do you help your children develop important skills that prepare them for the future? Meet Dash and Dot. Fun, easy-to-use, interactive robots that teach kids about programming with hands-on play. Dash and Dot are ready to play right out of the box and can be programmed with our free apps for your phone or tablet. Kids start learning right away with an easy-to-follow tutorial and hundreds of preloaded missions. Dot can be programmed on its own as a quirky magic dot ball.
I'm gonna go with maybe.
or a hot potato. Dash can do even more. He can dance, race around the house, respond to objects and sounds, and record your child's voice for a fun surprise.
Watch out, Mom, I'm coming through.
Dash and Dot will fuel your child's natural curiosity. They'll love programming new adventures for their robot sidekicks. They can play hide and seek, set up challenging courses, or go head-to-head for a thrilling race. You'll be surprised at their creativity and innovation. With lots of great add-on accessories for your Dash or Dot, there are endless ways for your child to explore and problem solve, all while having fun. Wonder Workshop robots and apps are designed to grow with your child, allowing them to apply what they've learned and expand their capabilities.
Are you serious?
Wonder Workshop, inspiring the brightest minds of tomorrow.
Okay.
When Modular Robotics launched Cublets, we wanted to build a construction kit for children and grown-ups to build and play with robots by snapping together blocks. We were so successful at that, we were so satisfied, and it was so much fun to watch children playing with robots they made on their kitchen table, in schools and museums, that we decided we wanted to take that fun to the next level.
2.5 years ago, we began work on the design for a new robot construction kit. We're launching on Kickstarter because we wanted to give our fans and community the opportunity to get started building before we launch in stores. We make all of our robots at our little factory in Boulder, Colorado, which is awesome, but we don't pump out toys at the same speed as companies who outsource to big Chinese contract manufacturers. If you back our Kickstarter campaign, you'll get to start building before anyone else. This is fun. After years of design and keeping this a secret, we'd like you to meet Moss.
Moss is a construction kit for you to imagine, design, build, and play with robots.
We designed Moss using everything we learned from Cublets. We took all the robotic complexity inside, the microcontrollers, motors, H-bridges, signal filters, the whole deal, and boiled it down to elegant little blocks with simple connecting faces.
There's no complicated computer code or programming or wiring or soldering. You just pick the parts up and you're making robots out of the box.
We use a single button contact to transfer power and data while the ground passes through the steel spheres. All the circuit boards in Moss double as planar wires, delivering power, ground, and data right where they're needed.
One of the coolest parts of Moss is the connection system with these little steel spheres. There are tiny magnets in the corners of each module, and by snapping them together you can create all sorts of joints. With one sphere you get a universal joint, with two you get a hinge, and with 3 or 4 a rigid connection. The properties of these little fiddly bits let you build some pretty cool kinematic constructions.
The neodymium rare earth magnets are overmolded directly into the plastic during the injection molding process, so they won't ever break out and cause a problem.
We've designed a huge pile of different modules so you can build robots that drive, wiggle, detect objects, grab them, and react to the world around them. If you snap on the Bluetooth module, you can pair with your phone or computer and remote control or reprogram the modules in your robot.
I think one of the many things that makes Moss really fun to play with is the magnetic connection system. Magnets are magic. It's force acting at a distance. When you snap these parts together, the click, the feel, the magnets, it's really magical. And I could play with Moss for hours on end just playing with the parts.
I can't even look at the camera, I'm so excited. I've never seen anything like this. This blows me away. Just the amount of doors it opens up to just wild creativity. I love the tactile feedback. I love how it feels.
I've always been totally fascinated with this idea of software wrapped in plastic and the integration of hardware and software. And Moss is a great way for somebody to be able to explore hardware and software in a very accessible way with gazillions of different configurations.
This is super cool. I want one. Can you give me this? I want it.
We're about to start Moss production here at Modular Robotics, and we've been working hard over the last few months to prepare assembly procedures for Moss, as well as preparing our facility to handle the new product. Like Cublets, we will be doing all of our assembly at our robot shop in Boulder, Colorado. And that's very important to us, to be able to have that direct communication with the engineering team.
At launch, we'll be releasing some really cool mobile apps so you can control Moss with your smartphone or your tablet.
Over time, we will add new apps that will really expand what you can do with Moss. Things like graphing data or creating your own drag and drop dashboard.
We've built apps that let you display and graph Moss sensor values, draw Etch-a-Sketch style.
Basically, you'll be able to customize your app for your construction.
We're launching with 3 different Moss core kits, small, medium, and large versions. These prototypes are black with some Easter eggy face colors simply because that's how test shots come out of the injection molding machines.